All right, we finally have some information on the next Topps basketball release. It looks like they're going right for Topps Chrome. This will be interesting. Okay, so yeah, they just recently released the basic information here for Topps Chrome Basketball 25-26, and it's actually coming out for pre-order here in just a day or two from when I'm recording this, so that's exciting. So if we take a look at what is in the set, and this is just information I was able to find online. I obviously not 100% sure on all this. They haven't released a lot of the details yet, but it looks like we have 299 card base set was what it said on the site I found, which is weird. I feel like maybe it's just 300, and for some reason they said 299, but we'll see. But yeah, we have a bunch of different parallels as expected. A couple of the noteworthy things from my perspective, they are using different images, which is I think really cool. So if you collect the flagship card, I know in baseball a lot of times the Topps Chrome card is the exact same image, which I think just kind of like makes it pointless to collect both. But yeah, all the players that they've released preview images of that I checked had new images for Topps Chrome, so that's awesome. For example, like Durant and Wemby and Jokic here for the vets, they have different pictures. Now, for the rookies in particular, they use different pictures as well, and all of the flagship rookies were from like the photo shoot, the rookie photo shoot. They primarily used summer league pictures, as you can see here with Jan Hansen and Ace Bailey, which I actually, I don't know how I feel about that. Like some of those summer league jerseys just look cheap for whatever reason. They always go with a different look, and not always the biggest fan. So it'll be, I don't know. We'll see. Like I've got even like the Cooper coming up here. It's just like, oh man, this is going to be his big card, and it's in a summer league jersey. But okay, here's what we have for some Chrome autographs that they have released images of. And they've given us a lot of these that I was able to find so far, and I'm sure they're going to release a bunch more of these as we head closer and closer to the release date. But yeah, here's that flag I was talking about. Ugh, I don't know. I mean, it's not terrible. It's better than a Photoshop card in my opinion, but it just something looks weird about it when it's not like their true uniform. And again, this is probably going to be his big mass-produced card, and it is what it is. But yeah, we have Ace Bailey, Dylan Harper. These all, I believe, are Summer League jerseys. And then you see with Cedric Coward, it was a photo shoot picture, which I actually think I probably prefer that. But again, those aren't perfect either. Obviously, people like the game action ones. But what I think is pretty cool, obviously the colors look good. I like the design of this in general. They do have some really cool big names on here. So they have like some Hall of Famers like Magic, like AI, like Dirk, and they have some vets like Wemby and Chet. I know in baseball when they've been releasing Topps Chrome regularly, it's very, very rookie heavy, but maybe they're going to mix in some vets and some Hall of Famers because they haven't had the license in so long. So that'll be cool. Again, all these images look like they're on-card autos, which to me is super important, and it makes the cards way cooler. And some of my key PC guys, unfortunately, were not on-card in flagship, but the majority of the autos were. So hopefully they can kind of keep going with that, especially on the real ones and the other like highly sought after auto sets. But so this is like the base Chrome autograph. These will obviously be very popular, I think, in the main players. They do have a wide range of colors as well, which is cool. And we get a kind of a preview of a lot of different ones, which I like. The other autograph options, there are like 7, I think, that we have like the names for and some really, really basic information on them. So the first one here is this autograph issue. So this is a Steph Curry card. It's the one-of-one version. On the Topps website, it says the way it reads to me is that this design of card, the rookies will be available in hobby and the non-rookies will be available in retail, which is kind of, I guess, interesting. But again, the checklist and the odds are not released as of right now, or at least I couldn't find them. So I don't have confirmation of that. That's how they worded it on their website, which again, interesting choice. Future Stars, I've never really been a huge fan of Future Stars. It's a different design than they've had in the past with baseball. I don't personally love this version of the card. I do think that autograph issue looks good. And then this next one is Next Stop Signatures. This is a rookie set. Future Stars is usually rookies or second-year players occasionally. The Next Stop Signatures here on the right is, I guess, based on what they wrote up on their website, it's supposed to be like a subway map theme. That's how they described it, which I kind of can see that in the background. It's okay. None of those are super eye-popping to me personally. And then here are the other 3 that we've got pictures of. The One on the far right is Skywrite Signatures of Wemby, and it's okay, not my personal favorite. Then we have Stratospheric in the middle with the Carmelo card. Um, Again, looks okay to me. None of these really blow me away, and a lot of times these Chrome sets aren't the autographs aren't the number one thing in them, but um, yeah, they look okay. And then this one, I don't know. The other two names I saw for sets were chromographs and signature style. I don't know if this is one of those or if this is another one that I just couldn't find the name of. There's nothing on here that totally gives it away. If I had to guess out of those two, I'd guess chromographs. Signature style sounds more like I don't know, like it might be one of like a different, almost like a with the guys dressed up or draft day photos or something weird. But not that I don't know if Topps will do anything like that. I know that was popular with Panini, but those are the autograph sets overall. I mean, the base autos are definitely going to be where it's at in my opinion. These are what are going to be popular. The insert ones, I think, will definitely be second tier for sure. For me personally, I always love the inserts. I think the inserts are really kind of what can make or break a set personally. So I was very excited to kind of see what they have here. I found 3 preview images of common inserts, or what appear to be common inserts. And I really like all 3 of these personally. I think they all look awesome. Now, they did give us numbered versions of a couple of these, but yeah, so they'll just go with the preview images first here. This one is Clutch Gene. I actually was wondering if that was a case hit at first, but it's listed, at least on the blowout site that I was finding information on, as a common insert. So I think that's a really cool common insert. Then we have Activators, which is kind of an outer space theme, which I know is a really popular thing to do in cards these days, but I think it looks good. And again, these are the out of 10 parallels, so the base might not look as good. The out of 10 is always the black parallel, so I'm not 100% sure like what parts of these cards will be different colors as we get the different insert parallel varieties, because these are expected to have full parallel lineups of different colors. And then the tall tales I think is really cool. I've always been a sucker for the comic book design cards. I think this is a good version of that as well. I like kind of the theming of it and everything. So I think that's really cool. Now the other ones they have here, who knows? I mean, we'll have to wait and see what they look like. I'm always, like I said, I'm always interested to see kind of what they can come up with for their designs. I know in the past I've not been a fan of Youthquake when they've used that before, and a couple of these other ones are. Actually, yeah. Then this page, I don't know if any of these other ones are in other sets. They might be in baseball, and I just don't know them or I'm not familiar. So we'll see. I do like the preview images we got out of those though. Here's where we really get into the fun stuff. So we have the case hits, and I know everybody loves to talk about how Topps is behind on case hits from where Panini was, and what are they going to do? Are they going to really be able to make their mark with that? And here's what we have so far. So this is the list that I found here on the left. So we have images of some of them. 451. No idea what that would mean. I think it looked like it was part of the list. I don't even know what that could be. Maybe it's a reference to something that I don't understand. Rock stars we have down here. Again, I believe that this has a history in previous top sets. I think that looks very good. They had it in the unlicensed sets, and I thought it looked awful. But this card here, I think I kind of like it. It's got the die cut feel. It looks unique. I personally would, if there was a player that I PC'd, I would definitely be interested in collecting that. Ultraviolet All Stars. That is the card that's over here on the right. This to me is number one, top of the list from what we've seen by far. I think these look amazing. Like this is right up my alley. Like if they can, do something like that regularly and have a way to mix it up enough, but really kind of utilize that. To me, that's like an early contender for number one insert, at least of what we've seen here. For me personally, they've done Ultraviolet All Stars in baseball, and it's actually not really looked like that before. It's kind of been more like cartoony. But to me, this is a really really cool card. And again, if they have any of my PC guys, and I will probably be going for that regardless of price. But I think that's my favorite of the bunch. The other one's Radiating Rookies. They have had that in baseball. They're not super popular. It's usually the base card, but with like a different background. It looks like I misspelled this. I think it was Advisory. I don't know for sure which one that is. That might be this one here. Yeah, I did forget the D there. But I think this could be Advisory, or it could be I don't know. I guess it could be Paradox, maybe. I'm assuming this is advisory with the caution tape, and that one looks okay. That's the one of one version. Not as a case it goes, pretty average. And then we have Paradox. Let's Go is a common one they've had before. Those don't ever seem to hold much value, but they're kind of cool. Glass Canvas. So is that like a glass card like they have had in some other sets? I mean, that would be interesting, but no idea what it looks like. Obviously, patented, no idea. Helix is up here now. A lot of people have been very excited about Helix. It was kind of their knockoff Color Blast, and in the previous sets they've had it for baseball, it like truly looked like a Color Blast, but with the Helix kind of flow behind it. I personally don't love this design of Helix. Like the Color Blast version, again, it looked like a Color Blast, so it looked good. I don't know. In the pictures, not a big fan. This Dylan Harper, or yeah, Dylan Harper is even actually a one-on-one version of it. We'll see. I think those will be popular. People are expecting that to be kind of one of the big case hits, but it's for me on one, even the preview images here. I'm not on board. I'm not on board. I'm not sold yet, but we'll see. And then the finals down here. I think this looks really cool. Again, another die cut. Those are. I don't know how people will take to those with them being die cuts. They probably won't grade well and stuff, but I really like the design. And whenever they do trophy based cards, I think they're cool. And then lastly, Fanatical. This has been a retail insert in baseball. It's kind of a reminiscent of a stadium club with like imagery based set, and I think they'll have more parallels than that. It appears this is an out of 5 card, so I do like that one. They've usually had a wider range of players in that set. It's not really on par with the other case hits, though. It doesn't have that case hit like highly expensive type of card feel. It's a retail exclusive one that like in baseball they don't go for very much, but it's a cool set. Maybe like for set collectors it would be a neat one. So we'll be very interested to see kind of how some of these other cards look. For me, it's definitely Ultraviolet All Stars #1 for now. Okay, now this one getting really into the details. So this is the list of all the SKUs that have been announced. So there's a whole bunch of them. So in Hobby, we do have Breakers, which is this box here. That's going to come with 2 autos, 1 geometric exclusive, and it'll have geometric exclusive parallels. They do have a like FOTL version they've come out with here. That's going to be first day issue. That's in this box here. You can see the sticker just like they have with FOTL for Panini. I think it's going to have some exclusive parallels. They didn't say exactly what, but it looks very similar to Hobby. It will have 3 autos, as will Hobby. And then, as will Jumbo. I always get that mixed up. The Jumbo ones here will have 3 autos. Regular Hobby will have 1 auto. So those are your Hobby options there. The retail options that you got the Hanger Box, which looks like it has Pulsar parallels. The Mega Box, which there is the Fanatics version and the regular version. The regular version has blue X-Fractors, which, as like special inserts go, I like when they use blue. Like I'm not a big fan of the pink because it doesn't color match with anything, so that'll be interesting. And then they have Skylight refractors for the Fanatics exclusive Megas. So typically those are like good. The Fanatics exclusive ones with the blasters for flagship and stuff are usually good. So I'm curious to see how that goes. I don't know what Skylight parallels or refractors will look like. And then they have red, white, and blue parallels for the blasters, which is, again, different from what they've done in the past. We'll see how those look. For the Pistons, that might look good because it's a color match. And then the other 2 things they've had listed are they are going to have a factory set. It appears this might be similar to what Panini has done, where they have like the high-end factory set, because it does say on the box, find one SP autograph numbered to 20 or less. So that's going to be a very short printed set. Yeah, and actually, I didn't even notice this before, but it says right here on the side, all the cards will be numbered to 199. So they're only going to produce 200 of those. That's going to be stupid expensive. Like Pac-Man will probably open a couple of those like he always does. And then lastly, they are going to have Sapphire, which if you're new to Topps, Sapphire is basically just a separate set that has all cracked ice cards. So every card looks like a parallel. You usually don't get that many cards in the box, but you do get some really cool parallels. They occasionally have some different inserts in there, but they did include the preview image. So I threw it on here. It says you will get 1 auto in there, which is nice. So those are the different SKUs. Trying to jump into the positives and negatives here real quick. This is my take. Again, obviously just my opinion. Everyone will feel differently about it. I think overall it looks cool. It's got lots of variety, lots of different color options for your different teams and different color matches is cool. I do think there will be tons available. They print the heck out of this in baseball, and I'm assuming they'll do the exact same for basketball. That has its positives in some senses, but there also are some negatives that come with that we'll get to in a second. I personally like the design. Again, it's the same it's been for baseball and stuff, but I think it looks good. I think the chases are really good. And you know what? I was going to mention this. They don't have any pictures of it. They also have, they're going to have like the Logo Man cards that are chases for the award winners. So MVP, logo man, I think defensive player of the year, and then rookie of the year, maybe one more. So you'll have like a an SGA game worn patch, and Dylan or not Dylan Harper, but Stephon Castle and Evan Mobley, I believe. There might be another one that they have for another award too. I can't remember for sure, but those will be big chases. And then you've got the auto checklist. I think looks good because they are new to the. It looks like they're going to do a lot of vets and Hall of Famers. That'll be pretty cool to chase after if you can get one. And I do love the fact that they have different photos from flagship. The couple of negatives, and I think these negatives are really heavy hitters, is I still don't like the rookie logo. I didn't even talk about that again, but I wish they would change it. I know they're not going to because they just went with it. Maybe it'll grow on me over time. The hit rate's going to be terrible. And when you pair that with the price, I just think it's going to be really, really hard to. It's not going to be fun to open this. I know with baseball, I actually bought a couple of boxes from Hobby of baseball this year and didn't even open them because after watching the videos, I was like, this doesn't even look fun for the price that you have to pay. You're looking at like one numbered card, hopefully, and your auto is like typically a terrible, unnumbered guy you've never heard of. Now in basketball, it's different. There's less players you haven't heard of, so I don't know. But I'm very skeptical that you're going to feel like you have any value or that this is going to be fun to open just because of the hit rate and the price. The price is probably going to skyrocket after release. If you want to buy any of this, you're probably going to want to get it on pre-order. Or at the pre-order price because I just don't expect it to be there anytime soon, especially since this rookie class is also very highly sought after. And I also think that the rookie photos are a negative. I know they're trying to get it out early, which is cool. I like that. It looks like it's going to be out maybe even before the holidays. But the fact that you don't have like actual game pictures with their real uniforms is definitely a negative. In my opinion, and you're going to have like the main rookie card for these players not be in a great image. Questions that I still have are the autos going to be on card for across the board? It appears they are in the preview images, but I think that's definitely an important thing. And I know Panini really was never doing that with these type of sets before, so that would be a big plus. What will the price be is always the question. I expect it to be expensive, and again, I think it'll be your best case scenario to buy it at pre-order if you really want any. And then which case hits will take off. Again, I like the Ultraviolet All-Stars, but will it be Helix? Will it be a different one? That'll be interesting. And then we don't have the checklist or the odds, so I'm very interested to see. I kind of have a very specific way of collecting with my PC, so a lot of my Michigan alumni that I like to go after don't end up in the set, but I can hope, so we'll have to wait and see. My plan is personally I might purchase one or two things at pre-order, but I don't know. I'm very skeptical. We'll see. If I were to buy them, I might not even open them either. I might just sit on them because I do think there's some long-term potential for this with it being the first year back to licensed Topps Chrome and it being a good rookie class. I don't know. And then for me, primarily, I'll just plan to look at singles and try to get some cool singles out of this. My plan in terms of players, again, my main PC guys that I'm positive will be in the set are Franz and Danny Wolf. I hope to get some color matches for them. That'll probably be the main focus. I'm hoping that they'll be in some inserts. I'm sure Danny Wolf will be in some of the rookie inserts. Maybe Franz will get an insert in or two that I can chase. I would be so happy for that. I'm not confident in that by any means. And then we'll see if they have autos. Usually there's some other guys that have autos, Karis LeVert or maybe even Mo Wagner or Duncan or something I can go after. So we'll see with that. But if they're on card, I'll definitely be going for them. If they're not, it'll just depend on the price and everything. But the other things for me that I like to keep an eye, I will keep an eye on the case hits. I've never really done this. I've always, in theory, wanted to chase some of the case hits, but they just are so expensive. If they don't take off immediately and they kind of sit more in the somewhat reasonable range, in the hundreds and not up near $1,000 for all the case hits. If there's any of them I really like that Ultraviolet All-Stars, I might try to get a few cards of some of the key players or something like that. So we'll see. And then also the insert sets, I do like to sometimes collect the insert sets if they look good, like the comic book insert, for example, the Tall Tales, I'd be interested in. But my number one thing, I put it in bold on here just to try to remind myself and try to hold myself to it, is I really want to be patient with the release. I expect the singles prices to come out of the gate hot and then hopefully die down over time. So that's pretty much what I got. Super excited to kind of see what else comes out, and I should have some more information in a future video once it's available. So I'll be back soon with something new.